Hi, and welcome back to our channel, The Oracle Keys. I'm Ruta.
And I'm Edie.
And today we're doing a reading for March 1st, Thursday. And today we're using the Thoth deck.
In the first position, we have the Eight of Swords card. We have the Four of Swords card in the second position. In the third position, we have the Six of Swords card. And in the overall theme of this reading, it's the Four of Discs card. The Eight of Swords is representative of interference. The energy of interference in the air, and the element of air, is pertaining to our thoughts. So there may be some outside influences at this time for people that are interrupting your thought process. So it's almost like maybe too much TV or too much time on social media or things of that nature. Things that are going to scatter your energy, and I feel at this time your thoughts are being scattered by all of this other interference that's going on in and around you. And it's a really tough time to be able to focus and have clarity in your thoughts. We all understand that our creations, the things that we want to create, we have to have focus, we have to have a determination, we have to have a desire for something that we want to manifest. So no matter what it is that you're trying to manifest at this particular time, it is saying at this point there's interference with the thought patterns of what you're trying to manifest. So try to be aware of that. A good way to do that is to journal. At the end of the day, not at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, just think about, even the good things that happen to you through the day and be grateful for them. Even start a grateful journal, anything of that nature. But as you start to write, you start to really put down your feelings on things. And it is a way for you to have a reflection, to look at what it is that you're thinking and the way your thought patterns are affecting you. So if you see something that isn't really incongruent with your actual desires in life, then maybe you can adjust that and begin to adjust that thought and focus with more clarity.
Some of you today, the Eight of Swords is cautioning some of you that you might be prone to accidents because there's some interference happening in the energy. And the accidents they're there not to scare you per se, but take them as signs of too much mental chatter that's happening that's actually distracting you from something that you are achieving or trying to achieve. Because you've set some plans, some grand things in motion at the beginning of the year. And so right now, the interferences that are coming in, it's almost like they're bringing you awareness of hey, we're distracting you, but maybe it's time to start paying attention to bring it back to where is it that you would like to go to. So pay attention to what's being distracted and at which points, and how should you refocus your attention into what. So journaling would bring that focus back.
Yes, meditation, journaling. And meditation can take many forms, not just sitting there quietly and receiving energy. It can be yoga, it can be tai chi, moving meditations, qigong. It can be many, many different forms where you're absolutely able to quiet the mind so that you're not having all this interference all the time. Mm-hmm. And like Rita says, being cautious when accidents can happen. It's like this: if you're distracted on your phone and you're texting on your phone while you're driving, there's a good chance you're going to get into an accident. So if you're, making dinner and you're chopping up your vegetables and you're distracted by your thoughts, that's when you're not concentrating and staying focused and present in your moment. That's when accidents can be, a little bit more, they can happen a little bit more at that time. So just try to be a little cautious of that for sure.
There's definitely a lot of all the cards, they're representing of the fact that there's so much mental chatter. It's a lot of mental stuff that's happening, and maybe it's not surprising because the weather is changing. We're transitioning into spring right now. It's the 1st of March, and everybody's like, we're so excited to get out there, and be everywhere at the same time, but at the same time it's the cards are saying no, it's you will make it. If you'd like to go there, you will get there. It's just take some time to focus on where you'd like to go, as opposed to scatter yourself everywhere and not make it anywhere.
Mm-hmm. So the Four of Swords is bringing out the energy of, real strict dogma type of thinking, and overcoming that type of thinking. So, old thought patterns, you may notice old thought patterns coming up as you're journaling, that sort of thing, that we talked about before in the past. And now is the time to be like, okay, it's a truce. I'm having a little truce with my mind, and I'm going to recognize it for what it's doing. And thank you for the reminder of, that I have to stay more focused on the things that I want to manifest, instead of worrying about what I don't have or the things that may happen. Mm-hmm. It's about focusing on the positive things you want to have as an outcome.
Mm-hmm. And the Six of Swords, it's the energy is bringing us back to the heart. It's take the attention from the mind and bring back to the heart. We can still have the mental chatter, but if we bring it back to the heart, then we'll give the voice to the heart to speak of what is it that it'd like to express. So take the things that you've journaled, that you started having an awareness of the things that are important to you, and bring the thought of that to your heart, and then the heart will guide you. It will give you access to the path that you'd need to take, so the steps you need to take to start walking towards that, towards achieving those things.
Yeah, and the thing that's achieving with this is your personal power. The Four of Discs was representing your personal power. What structures do you have in place in order to fulfill and bring that out in a positive light and manner? And this is the type of thing, we're shedding out the old things that no longer serve us and coming into that heart. We're connecting the mind with the heart. A lot of people, they want to just completely eliminate the mind, process. And the mind chatter, of course, is important to eliminate in order to focus clearly. However, you still need that mind to focus, but you can't do it without the heart. You won't manifest it without that desire from the heart. Everything comes from our heart center, that center of love. And when we come from that love, that what we desire is going to push us forward to build these structures. And this is where personal power comes in. That doesn't mean power or domination over somebody else. It means knowing who you are, what you're capable of doing, and putting that best foot forward, and walking with confidence and with competence within your world. And having mastery over the four elements that are coming into the life. And that's bringing things into balance. When you're building this structure, this new structure around you, to pay attention to sort of old thought patterns, and also maybe people's influence on you from the past, of the old thought patterns, and try to shed that and step into your true God or goddess self. Walk within your own power. Know that you are not just your physical body, but you are God or goddess walking embodied in this body. We're here to fulfill some very beautiful missions, and we, by doing this journaling and by doing this inward work and closing the mind chatter and connecting in with spirit and coming from the heart, we're able to manifest that in our life. And so, with this last solar eclipse, what's coming to be in about 6 months time, it's going to show how much work, what you've done now is going to show in the future. That's the fruit of what's going to be. So let's all really try to concentrate our best on manifesting all those beautiful positive things that we know we can do. So that comes to conclusion of our reading. We hope you enjoyed your stay with us, and we will see you next time.